Do it.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that.
Do it.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
The date was September 21st, 1999. I moved the mic closer to my mouth to make it more dramatic. So I was thinking about suicidal thoughts. I went home that day after school, and I then pulled out my Glock from my Rory. I thought about playing some risky Russian roulette. I placed a bullet in the chamber. I cocked my gun. I thought about what would happen if I would do it. So I cocked my gun again. The gun jammed. I survived. But then I realized I can unjam gun. I unjammed gun, and then I proceeded to place another bullet in. I knew I had a 2 in 6 chance of dying. Obviously, I was hoping I would kill myself. That would be the best scenario for everybody. I was hoping so much when I spun the fucking chamber that it would land in my brain matter. I said to myself, though, is 2 in 6 chance good enough for me? I placed another bullet in the gun magazine. 3 out of 6. It took me an hour to simplify that, and then I realized 3 out of 6 is actually 1 out of 2. I then took another 50 minutes to realize that 1 out of 2 is 50%. I then thought 50%. That means I have a half chance. By the way, it took me another 30 minutes to figure that out, of killing myself. Do you play the odds of killing yourself 50-50? I said, I can't risk it. I had to place another round in. 4 bullets. 6 max. I pulled out my calculator from my phone. It took me 40 minutes to pull out my phone. My jeans were really tight. I put in 4 divided by 6. By the way, it took me 20 minutes to download calculator app. I divided. I got 2 over 3. I then realized that 2 over 3 has to be a percentage. About a week later, I realized it was 66 point something. And then I realized that I should add another bullet to give it higher percentage rate. So after I had the 5th bullet, I then said, time to kill myself. So I spun the wheel. I didn't understand the whole point of Russian roulette because I couldn't actually physically. I was going to kill myself. And I was feeling a little risky that day, so basically I decided that I was going to play Russian roulette. And if the first bullet wouldn't kill me, then I would mag in, and I cocked the gun. I then added another bullet, and then I cocked the gun again. How did I do that without removing the magazine, you ask? I do not know. 30 minutes later, I then decided to pull the gun. I then cocked it again. I then pulled the cock, and then I shot, and then I pulled I pulled the cock, but then I pulled the trigger. 5 seconds went by. I was still alive. I actually couldn't believe it. I was so happy that I survived. I still had the gun pointed at my head. I don't know why exactly. The gun jammed. I was happy. But then, the gun went off, and I was splattered on the wall. You may ask, how did this happen? Well, I kept adding bullets, and